Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
I'm Roman.
And on this channel, we talk about unique ingredients, techniques, and show you new recipes for your kitchen. And this week, I'm extra excited because we are showing a brand new product. It's called coffee bean flour. Now, this is a first of its kind patented technology that I think, are the first people to offer because we have a very special relationship. And it is flour that is made from ground par-baked coffee beans. Now, if you've heard of coffee flour before, that's actually not coffee flour. That is made from coffee bean shells, which of course is not where the nutrients and stuff are. So this is actually a super special technology where, as you can see, it's made from beans like these. They're green, they're not brown.
Cool.
Yeah, and they are roasted only until they are par-baked. And the wonderful thing about that is that the beans are able to retain all their antioxidants, as well as, most excitingly, all their caffeine.
That's the big part.
Yeah, so you can get all the delicious, like, beany coffee flavor without the roastiness.
Yep.
And of course, we're like, how do we use this in order to put caffeine in things? Because we got a couple of coffee junkies right here, and we were very excited to R&D this. So I want Roman to talk about what we thought was the best way to introduce you to this new product, as well as how you can get the most out of it. Can you talk a little bit about what recipe we're doing today?
All right, today we are doing the high protein bar using the coffee flour. So what I did was I took an existing recipe that we already had, but I added our coffee flour, took a couple of things away, kind of formulated into something that would work best, highlighting the coffee flour. And we came up with this coffee bar. It is amazing. I mean, the first time I made it, bouncing off the walls. Incredible. The recipe's super easy. This is something that you guys can do at home quickly. So as soon as you get your coffee powder today, you can make this great coffee bar. Why don't we start putting it together?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's go. Super easy. So we're gonna start off with our coffee flour, first ingredient. Okay, and then we have figs. This will add a little bit of sweetness and some texture to it. Over here we have our Ultra-Stik, which is one of our products. This will bind and hold everything together. We have our toasted oats, our peanuts, because I do like peanuts. I love peanuts, actually. Our protein, right here.
This is our egg white powder?
That's our egg white powder.
Okay.
That's for our protein.
And the intent behind this is really to make kind of a meal replacement bar for breakfast. If you're just like, I don't have time for coffee or breakfast, one of these bars is meant to replace both of those things. And of course, the afternoon pick-me-up for when you're like, I really just need a little bit more energy to get me going.
A little go. And then over here we have our dulce de leche powder, which is just a powder that we made using some sweetened condensed coconut milk. All right, now we got all the dry ingredients in. We're gonna give it a little spin in the spin cycle here. We'll pulse it, and while we pulse it, we'll add a little bit of our water, little by little. But before we even start adding the water, you want to get this ground down a little bit so that you have a really nice consistency. All right, now we're ready to add our water, so we'll add a little bit at a time as we pulse. You can slowly see it starting to come together. Around this time, I will take the top off and I will get a rubber spatula and I'll just scrape the sides down, get some of that stickiness off the bottom.
And this is really intended just to showcase a sample bar, but you can do whatever you like. We have a couple we're going to talk about with different types of ingredients, and they're all good.
All right. All right, so now that we have it all added together, I'll scrape down the sides one more time, and then I'll have my bowl on hand and ready to go. And we'll just get that right into the bowl. And once you have that into your bowl, you can see it's really coarse, it's nice, but you can start packing it in. So what I start doing is I'll just start doing that. See how easily that just sticks itself together? That's the Ultra-Stik at work. And then I'll get this mass into one cohesive ball. So once that's set, as you see, it's still very soft, very pliable. This is like when you want to work with it. This will dry as it ages. So initially, as soon as you get it into your bowl, into a ball, you want to start forming your bars. I have a little bit of plastic wrap over here and some tools to form our bar.
Yeah, and you're probably wondering, all right, how much caffeine is really in this thing? So the measurements that we got from the manufacturer is 44 grams, which is about a little less than 2/3 of a cup, about, depending, I guess, how tightly you pack that cup.
Yep.
But 44 grams is equivalent to 1 cup of coffee.
That is brilliant.
And one of these finished bars, I believe we said that we have 22 grams.
22 grams in each bar.
Each one of these bars is half a cup of coffee. But one of the things that we noticed during the R&D process is that the caffeine impact of ingesting it from the coffee bean flour is very different from when you drink a cup of coffee. So Roman has eaten so much of this.
Way too much.
No joke, but you can say like it's like a body, almost like a body
it's like a body buzz.
You get like energetic, but you don't like really crash from it, and you don't have like the caffeine headache. So I really love how it's like a very gentle way of delivering a significant amount of caffeine. And I think we've all said, like all three of us have tasted it, we have all said even a couple bites, like you immediately start feeling it, even though it's less caffeine than you would normally get from coffee.
Exactly.
So I really love this product. We've been thoroughly enjoying it. As you can see, this is a really easy process for you to make something healthy at home that you can do when you're too busy for a full breakfast, full cup of coffee, you just want a snack, whatever it may be.
So
see, that was fast while I was talking.
Super easy, and you can do it as you wish. You can add nuts into it. We have a couple here where I added nuts inside, outside, and then another one. This one's actually made with roasted, toasted cashews.
Ooh,
and then there's this one is really nice. And that one has toasted coconut, flaxseed, pepitas. And these bars are awesome.
Okay.
These bars are awesome. Very, very, very good. Obviously, you can customize it and make it as you wish. Add the flavors that you want. The base recipe will work with anything. So.
It's so good.
You know, go to modernistpantry.com, get yourself some coffee flour, and make yourself some of these high protein bars. They are delicious. I'm going to try one right now.
And one of the side benefits of this I just remembered is because the par-baked beans contain a high level of naturally occurring antioxidants, what happens is it also acts as a natural preservative.
Right.
So I don't know when you made these, but I know that we've been R&Ding this for at least a month, maybe a couple months by now. And we've had ones that we just let sit and sit and sit, and they'll firm up a little bit, but they've all been like good till the end.
I have one that has been sitting for 2 months now since we started working with it, and I taste them every week. I'll have just a bit to see how they've progressed, and they haven't changed in flavor at all. Still very, very nice. Still soft, actually, surprisingly, sitting. And the flavor doesn't, I expected it to get really like concentrated flavor, but it doesn't. The flavor pretty much stayed exactly the same as it was the first time I made it. So.
Yep. Yeah, it is coffee forward. If you're like, I hate coffee flavor things, it's not for you. But if you love coffee flavor things like we do, you're absolutely going to love this. So you can get the full recipe in the links in the description below. And as a reminder, please subscribe, like, and ring that notification button so the algorithm will show us our content to more people who will like things.
Comment.
Yes, because we're going to do a lot more R&D with this. Comment what you would like us to make with the coffee bean flour to see what else it can possibly do, because we love pushing boundaries here in the test kitchen. So until next week, from here in the Modernist Pantry Test Kitchen, I'm Janie.
I'm Roman. Wait, one more thing. Wait. Sorry.
Okay. There's the guy at Carl's, one of the butchers. I've known him for a long time. He thinks my name is Janice.
Janice.
So every time I see him, he's like, "Hey, Janice." I'm like, it's been too many years. I don't have the heart.
You don't have to tell him no.
I'm like, hey man.